Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Are You Seeing This? Very interesting week, so I'm really excited to get into reviewing it. If you haven't seen last week's video, I basically can't react to a whole clip anymore. YouTube makes it kind of impossible to do so. It will be copyrighted and I won't be able to post. So I didn't experience any difficulties last week, so I think I'm going to try to do the same formula of how I did it in order to post it without any troubles. I will say this week I'm having problems with my voice, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult. I will still try to talk, but maybe not as much. Also, I am starting to live stream on Mondays and Fridays only, so only the main show for right now on Twitch and on YouTube. I'm thinking about live streaming on Twitter as well, but I'm a little nervous about it. I don't know how to do that yet, so I'm working on how to set that up. But yeah, if you guys want to join me for my live streams, go ahead and do that. I'm still trying to play around with the microphone. For some reason, it just didn't sound very crisp or clear at all. But if you want to watch that video, it's up right now and you can like just put the captions on. So as usual, let's start off with Smackdown and then we'll move over to Raw.
Next week, it's Solo Sikoa and Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship. Bloodline numbers game thing. It's getting a little old. Bad for business.
I love Nick. Everyone's talking about how Nick and Adam have much different, I guess, techniques to get the guys in line. But Nick seems to be working, you guys. I don't know. It's so funny, too, because Adam, he got into the ring, right, with Drew. And it's so weird because I had quote tweeted him and said, the fines aren't working. I think you have to find another way. Maybe you have to get in the ring. And he got in the ring with them last week or on Monday. I feel like they should battle. I feel like Adam and Drew should battle. That'd be really funny and hilarious to see, but that would be awesome. As far as the bloodline, I think it's really cool that Cody has so many allies. Cody is like the ultimate superhero. He has so many people that are willing to back him and to go to war for him.
In a steel cage.
How's that?
Oh, okay. So they're gonna do, I think they're fighting for the title next week or this Friday in a cage match or whatever. But we have War Games coming up, right? I would love to see the Bloodline in some type of, the Bloodline against someone else. And Cody and his allies, I don't know. Maybe that would be awesome. Maybe they're setting it up for that. Who knows?
Able to take advantage. Back to the arm yet again. Tiffy muscling up Bailey.
Oh, that power bomb. Oh my gosh. The Tiffy power bomb or whatever she calls it. Amazing. Amazing.
Jax now distracting the referee, Jessica Carr. Backslide. Turn around, Jess. Got her in trouble.
Uh-oh. So obviously they're building more tension between Nia and Tiffany here. Tiffany loses that match to Bailey. But as we saw, she technically beat Bailey. I think it's very clear that Tiffany is going to cash in on Nia pretty soon here, or maybe like I would say before the end of the year. I don't know why. I feel like it's going to happen soon. I don't know if they have a match at Bad Blood or anything like that, but maybe at Bad Blood. Maybe we'll see. I don't know.
Smackdown.
I remember this. Everyone was so excited to see him come back, and then he has like this 2-second match. This still wasn't the fastest pin in history. I think Aaliyah, someone had posted it on Twitter. Aaliyah had the fastest pin ever. So it wasn't the fastest pin, but still, it was really quick. It's kind of embarrassing.
Shoulders are down, and he got it. Bruce got it. Bruce got it. No, Bruce beat Vince in about 3 seconds.
No way. That's insane. I wonder why they did that to him. That's so confusing. I don't know.
KO, stunner.
I'm sorry. No one is selling that stunner like Austin Theory. No one is selling like Austin Theory when it comes to Kevin Owens. Like, you can tell they have such a good relationship outside of the ring because Austin always goes hard for Kevin. And I mean that very respectfully.
Kevin Owens. Oh, no, and Mello shoved in tonight. And now Andrade and Mello going at it once again.
Out of these three, I don't know who's more deserving of this title, but I could see all of them holding the title. Obviously, LA Knight's already holding it, but those are like my top three when it comes to who's getting that title next. Like they are top two. Like Andrade and Carmelo, They need to be the next. One of them has to be the next one to get that title.
An LA Knight, OBFT.
The classic distraction technique here. But no, I am really happy for Chelsea. I think she gets the win here. Let me see.
And now, oh, the unpretty
Ooh.
her by Chelsea Green.
I was actually really, really stoked to see the Unpretty Her. I feel like I haven't seen the Unpretty Her in forever. It's obvious that, you know, Chelsea's getting this push. She's getting a little moment here, and I'm excited for her. She, to me, is one of the best actresses on the team. No one can really act like her. I don't know. She's like at the top tier here. She's not that typical. She doesn't have that typical wrestler look or whatever, but she's awesome in the ring. She does really well, and she puts people over, and, you know, now it's her time to start winning a little bit here, and I wonder how far they'll take her. I think the Bloodline versus Street Profits, right? Did I say it right? Yeah. Street Profits, I think that's probably one of my favorite matchups right now, like tag team wise for the men. I love seeing the Bloodline go. I love seeing Jacob Fatu and Tamatanga, I think it is, go up against the Street Profits. I think they're, you know, they have amazing chemistry. Jacob Fatu is just on another level. To me, him like alone makes the Bloodline right now. I'm so sorry. I love Jacob. He's like has that entertainment factor. He's like very entertaining and hilarious, but then he's also strong, powerful, powerhouse in the ring. So that's my favorite combination. And I think that he just gives the group an additional oomph that I love. Ooh, that was close. That's scary because he felt weird. I feel like Montez felt weird there. Also, it was Solo. Solo ain't do no work. I can't hate it, you guys. I can't hate it because it's the Bloodline. That's my favorite faction. So I'm not saying bootleg Bloodline anymore because right now, they are the Bloodline. I gotta accept it. I am missing Roman. I feel like he's coming back. I think they said he's coming back on Friday, so I'm really excited to see him again and what he can, like, what value he'll add in their ongoing story. I'm still curious to see where they take that, and I'm just excited to see them kind of interact again. All right, so next up we have Raw. We did, you know, I'm kind of conflicted on what to say. The Judgment Day kind of got back on top. I don't really know how to feel about it. Partially feels like they are, you know, they received the backlash. I know a lot of people think it was me, but there was a lot of people saying these things. But they listened to the backlash of like how they were kind of being booked terribly. That's just my opinion of it. Everyone has different opinions about how they're being booked. I didn't like how weak they were making them appear. And so I feel like the outcome of this Raw was a reflection of the backlash and the, you know, talking going on social media. So I feel like they made them look stronger. And I know it might sound like I'm complaining, but it's me just telling, you know, how I'm seeing things from my perspective. I'm okay with what happened, but I also am a little distrustful of the storyline at this point because I feel like they're constantly changing what they want to do. And I think how they started this, you know, feud out was very confusing and conflicting and a little bit biased. And so now it's hard for me to trust that they're going to do what they truly want to do, like do what they truly want to put out. Or are they just kind of listening to everybody, you know? So that's kind of hard to, it makes me not want to, it kind of makes me not want to go so hard for the story anymore and just focus on what I really love, which is the Liv and Dom relationship. But I'm going to try my best to be unbiased from now on and kind of just look at this as it is what it is type of thing. But yeah, I mean, there have been some very confusing, weird things going on with the story. So I don't know how to feel about it anymore. So that's all I'll say, I guess.
Uncle Howdy staring onto the
That is insane. The height that he got on that is insane. Chad reminds me of JD for some reason. Like the way that he sells is very similar, and he's very not small, but maybe shorter. So I feel like the men are able to like get them higher in the air, and like maybe they're a little bit lighter or something. I don't know.
Miss up top through the Calgary air. And that is
I'm trying to think about how I feel about the storyline. We had what American Made and Alpha Academy last week, which was awesome. It was one of my favorite matches that night. But so we have, what is this? American Made and Wyatt 6. So I just wonder how far they're going to go with it. Like how much longer. It's kind of like how I'm feeling with Drew and CM Punk. I'm like, okay, what next? How long are they going to get revenge, or how long are they going to go back and forth? I'm just excited, I think, to see Wyatt 6 pick out other people. And like, I thought that's what they were going to do, is like pick off people, but they're really focused on Chad. They really don't like Chad. So I think they make a good matchup. They're definitely unique. But yeah, I'm curious to see what they do. Canary theorized that the reason why they haven't moved on and started picking people off is because I think they were going to do like the girls, the women, but maybe there was some delays because Dakota Kai got hurt, and I think she was supposed to be the next one. There was like symbols behind Dakota when she would be backstage doing her interviews and things. So I think she was planned, or maybe the strategy was to have her be the next one. But obviously after she got injured, that got taken off. So her theory is that Alexa Bliss is coming back and they'll, use her in some way. So maybe.
of Rhea Ripley. Both knees getting battered now.
So obviously, I think I'm trying to remember what happened. I'm surprised I didn't put the promo here, but I was actually very excited. I'm going to look it up because I want to get that promo. So odd. I can't find Finn Balor's promo to Damian Priest, but I was so excited for his promo because we never really heard from Finn. And I think I said that so many videos ago. I can't remember, but about how we didn't get enough of their interaction. In my opinion, I feel like they didn't build that up enough to where it was so known, like, oh, you're bad to me, I'm gonna betray you. I feel like we could have done like one or two more like lead ups to it. I think they had like 2 or so lead ups that I can remember of Finn's being upset with Damian. But maybe that's just how wrestling is. You don't get a lot of build up or something. But I felt like with the other part of the whole storyline, it was more build up. Like obviously with the love story, it felt more built up. Maybe because there was so much focus on it and it was so sensationalized that, maybe that's why. But I was really excited to see Finn say like he felt like a sidekick. You treat me like a sidekick. I'm not your sidekick, so it was cool to see him standing up for himself and like them being in the same ring without it like being like a video and like, they confronted each other face to face. So I think that showed bravery and courage, and maybe we're going to put an end to the running away thing for good. And I hope that's the case. It was nice to see them in the ring, obviously. And then obviously, what this is here is the, leading into that whole jumping situation. Because he's like, how we work then, right? I think that's the advantage that the Terror Twins have, is that they know the playbook. They know what Judgment Day do. They jump people, and that's how they always got over. Always, even the original Judgment Day. So they kind of works to their advantage because they know that they're going to get sneak attacked, or they know that they're lurking around. But obviously the numbers game played a role, which maybe it should have played a role this entire time, but it didn't for whatever reason. And I feel like the team Judgment Day side here got what they wanted. I just hope they continue to keep it like, let the fans choose who they want to support type of deal. I think that maybe the storyline before it got so twisted and it didn't make sense. It wasn't consistent. It wasn't like cohesive because they were trying to force a narrative or force the audience to want a specific thing or to push them into specific places. But just let people pick, kind of like let people pick a team or a side, whatever they want, and just kind of let it happen naturally type of thing. But we'll see how this, leads moving forward. I know Bad Blood's coming up, so maybe this is kind of like a hint of who's winning type of thing.
as he's taking the hits to the back.
Not, you simply cannot contend with the numbers game of the Judgment Day, and that was ringing
him up. This is a coup de grace. Oh, here comes Jay. Here comes Jey Uso. Slams Dawn into the post.
Built Bianca Belair tougher than most, is it?
Needed that.
Something that they did different for this match, the tag team, the women's tag team, I've noticed they used to have like this kind of playbook. That's like the theme of today, of like having Bianca go, she starts, you know, she gets into it, she gets caught up, and then Jade has to save her type of thing. But this time they kind of switched the narrative up to where Bianca starts and she comes out, and then Jade gets in a lot sooner. And people have their own theories of why they did that, and I won't get into it. I think before, because they built Jade up so much as this grand superstar, which she is, that we're used to seeing her now more, or we're used to seeing a lot more of her. So it's not like this huge surprise to see her in the ring anymore. So now they're trying to get us more used to her being in it for longer periods of time, is what I think.
With the cover and retaining the championship.
My answer remains no.
That's insane. I think this is the first person. Is this the first person that Gunther ever said no to? He's scared. He's scared of Sammy. People are they're definitely going to play on that role of like, or that whole story of, oh, you're scared of Sammy. You're scared of Sammy. You don't want to fight Sammy. He beat you. He's the only one that beat you. So they're definitely trying to make Gunther look like a little bit of a coward like energy here. They're trying to make him look a little nervous. So I don't know. I still see Gunther winning though. I think Gunther will still win, even if they do force it to where, you know, the manager gets involved and they're like, oh, you have to fight Sammy. I think Gunther's still going to take it. Also, no, I didn't know who Bret Hart was, you guys. He was, I guess, a 90s wrestler. I was born 95. My family did not watch wrestling. So I don't know if people know this, but I think a few people know this, but I've recently started watching wrestling. I think I watched Total Divas, and even though they did talk about the wrestling every now and then and they would show like little bits and pieces of it, I never got into wrestling even at that time. I think I just like loved the reality TV show of it. I love the storylines. I'm a reality TV girl, a storyline, love story girl. So I didn't get into it until like a year and a half. No, yeah, like last May. So that's like a year. If you're trying to invite someone into your space and, you know, you want them to feel welcomed in the space of wrestling, why would you make them feel like not welcome just because they don't know everything that's going on? Even if it is a big superstar or they, you know, it should be. Obviously, I didn't know about it. It's almost like when someone's like, how do you not know that song? How do you not know that? And it's like, because I listen to rap. I don't listen to country, you know, something like that. Even though it's a big country song, I'm not going to know every country song. I don't listen to it, you know, so it's just be mindful, you guys.
To the back.
Oh, Liv Morgan.
Just earlier tonight, clipping.
619. Liv Morgan takes out the leg of...
Guys, I was so excited for Dominic that he got this win. I thought they were going to give it to Dragon Lee, so I was kind of shocked. But that's good, right? Everybody was wanting Dominic to have his win, or to start going on this winning streak. And I think that this is a good start to maybe getting there eventually.
It's a mugging from the lovers.
Frog splash, Dom hooks the leg.
Honestly, my favorite part of the story is just Liv and Dom. I'm just going to enjoy it for what it is. And that's what I'm going to enjoy the most, is just them being together. At this point, it just feels so messy. I just don't want to like dig into it anymore. And I just want to be removed from it. I'm trying to step into my unbiased era, you guys. I'm trying to step away from the situation and just look at it as it is, as a product. To me, it kind of ended at SummerSlam. To me, that's when the storyline is kind of like it wrapped up for me. I know that they're continuing it because they have to. It's a show. It's a running show. So they're still sticking to it. We'll see what happens at Bad Blood. I'm not sure what will. But I just really like Liv and Dom's story. I like seeing them together as a couple.
He does it. And she's right along for the ride. Dirty Dominic Mysterio! Hometown hero.
This place coming unglued.
And from Natty. And another. Natalia.
You guys think they're giving it Natty a run again? I love seeing her. I'm glad she's back. So we have what? Lyra, Zelina, Natty. It's an interesting pairing or grouping. I wonder if they, if the plan was always to have Kiana go up against Sonya's group. Because, Kiana and Sonya are kind of like similar. They're like boss types or boss energies here. So I think it would have been interesting to see them like go up against each other. But I'm curious to see how far they play, or go with the group roles and the group conflict. It's interesting to me for sure. Ooh, this part was so cool. I think I said this in my live that I streamed, the live stream that I did. If you guys haven't seen live stream, go see it after this. You put your captions on because the microphone kept cutting out. There was like microphone issues. So I'm sorry. I'm going to figure it out next time. I don't know how, but I'm going to figure it out some way. But I said in my live stream, I was like, I wonder what it feels like to be put in the sharpshooter. Like, yeah, it probably hurts like your legs and things, but how does it feel on your back? Okay. For some reason, this doesn't look too bad. I feel like it feels like a stretch, It kind of looks, it kind of looks like it feels good. I don't know. That was a nice home win for Natty, right? They said Calgary, Canada, I believe, is it?
When it's over, and it will be over, I'm going to find peace because October, Atlanta, Georgia.
Hey.
Bad blood. It will be CM Punk. It will be Drew McIntyre. It will be hell in a cell.
Okay. You guys, I think I said this earlier in the video, but I loved how, everyone's coming for Adam's neck, man, when it comes to, protecting the guys or like needing extra additional security and things. So I'm glad that he got in the ring. I made a tweet about this. I might post it if I could find it, but yeah, I made a tweet. I quoted him. I said, you need to get in the ring maybe. And he did. So I would love to see Adam fight again or wrestle again. I don't know if he can or cannot. I don't know if that's a thing, but they are causing that man Adam too much stress. He has to, he needs to pay him back somehow.
That vertical half Boston.
So obviously I think Finn got disqualified here. I think they're just really trying to show or push the idea that they're dominant or more dominant. They're trying to showcase that they are a force to be reckoned with, right? It's good to see them trying to promote a different image or, show them as being tough.
Don't go for the picture right now.
Couldn't hit the bitter.
This was a great match, by the way. To me, it was nice seeing these two together because they're very similar. They fight very similar. Like, they look similar. One just has the long hair, the other short, but they're both like have the same like crazy like energy in the ring. I don't know. I like this pairing.
Now the talk zone is done.
Oh, so splash! Number one contender, he's done it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about this. Jay wins. I forgot that Jay wins this thing. People were thinking there was gonna be some crash outs because there's always, the whole Jay versus Ilya debacle. What is it? Spectacle. I think that everyone has their opinions on skill level and all of this and that. So we all have our favorites. We just have to remember that sometimes your favorite doesn't get it, So sometimes your favorite does. So I think that's it. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciated this week's and last week's SmackDown. I'm trying to figure out a different way to do SmackDown. I feel like it's too far away for SmackDown, but it's like, I don't want to do it on the weekends. So I think it's just going to have to stick like this, and I'll post maybe on Wednesdays instead, film on Tuesdays type of deal. But if you guys prefer something different, let me know. But yeah, that was this week's. I appreciated, the segments that I really enjoyed. And yeah, I hope you guys come back. Have a great day. Bye-bye.